Hey y'all, welcome to Freddy Cooks International Soul Food. Although we haven't had soul food on this channel in a very long time, we are going to change that very soon. But not today, because today we're having Hunt's Brothers Pizza. Hunt's Brothers is a chain of convenience store pizzas. I wouldn't even say gas station. Well, I guess some gas stations. Convenience store, corner store pizzas. This one is a chicken bacon ranch. This is a new chicken bacon ranch pizza that they have at Hunt's Brothers. Hunt's Brothers, you can get a large, I guess this, you would consider this a large, maybe this is a medium size pizza. You can add all the toppings you want, no extra charge. This pizza I think was actually $15, a little bit more than the normal pizzas. You can get a meat pizza, you can get pepperoni or all cheese. Whatever toppings you want, it's just one price. This one I think was about $15. It's chicken bacon ranch, as I've already said. If this is your first time joining me, thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you've been here before, you already know what's going on. We're just gonna go ahead and get into it. I added banana peppers to this pizza. That's a good look at it there. Looks pretty good to me. What do you think? All right. Let's make sure we can see this pizza really well. All right, I think that's better. I'm not gonna waste any time. Let's go ahead and get started with the pizza. I would like something to dip in, but too late. Let's get you a close-up. Some people don't really like the close-ups, but I'm gonna give it to you anyways. There it is. Here we go. Lord, thank you for this food that I'm about to receive. Let it nourish and strengthen my body for Christ's sake. I thank you for provision. Bless and purify this food, that it does my body no harm. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All right, you should have got a bite. Wasn't really mad at that first bite. It's actually pretty good. Like I said, it is gas station pizza. I mean, it's not frozen pizza. They do bake it there. But for a gas station pizza, I'd say pretty good. Y'all, I'm officially on the road to 1K, 1,000 subscribers. Thanks to every single last one of you who have subscribed. And if you're watching, if you have not subscribed, you can help get me there just even faster. So if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? If you like what you see, hit the like button. Don't hurt to subscribe. And honestly, I'm not really mad at the crust either. The crust is pretty good too. We'll eat it later. The first piece was to feed my hunger, because I'm so hungry. And it does taste good. Now let's rate this thing. I can taste the bacon. I can see the chicken. The ranch is nice and creamy. The pizza has flavor. The crust is soft and chewy, but not gummy. It's cooked perfectly. I'd say I'd have to give this a good 8.5 out of 10. What could make it better? Honestly, it's pretty good. Perhaps it could be a little bit more flavorful. I don't know how you would get more flavor into it, but maybe some Italian season on it. I don't know. This is an 8 out of 10, which is pretty good, I'd say. Have you, any of you out there ever had Hunt's Brothers? Today I'm drinking a favorite, Firework Faygo. That's good. And this is good. Y'all think I can eat this whole pizza? I don't know. That's not necessarily the intention, but we'll see. When I'm full, I'm full. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I guess disappointed is a little strong. I don't know what the word is, but today is like August the 25th. And I really should be at my weight goal right now. Although the weight goal was pretty aggressive, I should be below 200 pounds right now. And for a lot of you who've been watching me, and I've been sharing my fasting journey, my weight loss journey, I started 2021 at 98 pounds. And my weight goal at this point, although I really didn't start consistently fasting, like consistently, until this year, 2022, January, I should be right now, if I had continued my plan as planned and consistent and strict, I should be 180, around 185 pounds right now, if I had continued the way I've been going, which is pretty aggressive. That's 100 pounds. That's more than 100 pounds, actually. And I haven't gained any weight back. I'm still down, and I'm down 10 pounds since my last weigh-in. I was 255 pounds, and right now I'm 245 pounds. So that's a good. I can't do math right now. Good. What, 60 pounds? I don't know. It's a lot of weight that I've lost already, even now. But you may be thinking, well, how am I gonna lose weight, eat stuff like this? I've talked a lot about that in previous videos. Not going into that right now, but partially because I'm not eating clean is one reason that I haven't met the goal. Another reason is I haven't been fasting as strict. I still do 1 meal a day, but I started off doing prolonged fasting, like eating it once every 24 hours or once every 3 days, and every now and then I'll throw a long-term 4, 5, 6 day fast in. But right now I'm just eating 1 meal a day, and I have been eating a lot more sweets and drinks, which I don't drink a lot of drinks, but I love these. I've been drinking more drinks than normal. So I've slowed my weight loss, although it is still very good. As much weight as I've lost, but I haven't reached my goal. I could have been there, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but here I am, and here you are. And here we are together. You can get you a bite. But I am happy that I'm almost at 1K. It's been a long ride. Can't say it's been a bad or a hard ride. It's just been long because I thought I would have reached, when I first started, I really thought I would have hit 1,000 subscribers a long time ago. My expectations were not realistic. And maybe if I had continued strongly when I started, shoulda, coulda, woulda, I don't know what could have happened, but I've really been just doing it at my own leisure, not putting pressure on myself, not really really just taking it day by day, recording when I feel like it. I'm really just trying to enjoy it. Hadn't been super consistent. Which I'm sure is one thing that needs to happen to be successful doing this. I must say, when I first started out, it wasn't necessarily just for the money. It's something that I was like, well, I can certainly eat on camera. But ever since then, so many other people also thought I can certainly eat on camera. And so there's a lot of people doing mukbang channels these days. And so I just have to do what I can do. I hadn't made $1 million yet, which I really was hoping to make a whole bunch of money on YouTube. Well, here I am. I'm still here. Mm. I remember when I first started, I was really looking for a way to quit my job, the job that I had at the time. By the way, a job that I really liked, really enjoyed to a certain extent for a while. And it was a job where I really thought I would retire from. But it started becoming very stressful. I didn't enjoy it. It was a chore. Couldn't continue like that. So, right before the pandemic, before we even knew it was a pandemic, I decided to make a jump. I jumped ship. I wasn't dependent on YouTube for that, but I knew I couldn't stay there anymore. And speaking of working, let me share some of my, I guess you would call it, unpopular opinions. Here's one for you. I think work is overrated. We've been groomed all our life to work. And for a good reason, because we have to work if we want to live. Gotta work if we want to eat. But work is still overrated. We grow up saying, people asking, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a police officer, a fireman, a doctor. And there are people who actually love their professions. Even those type of professions. And that's fine. That's great. That is really great if you love what you do. And it's been said before, I don't know where this quote comes from, but if you do what you love, then you never work a day in your life. I believe that, because if I could do what I actually love to do, and I'm sure I can, I just got to figure that out. It wouldn't feel like work. Although I love to sleep. Oh, excuse me. And you can't work sleep. I want the type of job, I need the type of job where I can make money while I'm sleeping. It happens. Even YouTube is one of those things, but nevertheless, who wants to work? Like, if it's something that you just have to do, you don't want to get out of bed to do it, you dread going to work, you feel like an indentured servant while you're there, almost to the point of slavery, that's no way to live. Who wants to do that? Who signs up for that? Work is overrated. Everybody wants to grow up to do something, to work, so you can pay bills, so you can take care of your family. Yes, that's not overrated, but working jobs that you hate doing is overrated. And I think a lot of people is caught on now. A lot of people quitting these jobs and finding other means of income, which is great. I'm getting there too. Although I don't hate my job currently. If I had a choice not to work and not to go to it, I wouldn't. But I don't hate it. I shredded off a lot of stress, a lot of responsibility. I like the fact that I'm not responsible for anybody but myself now, although I am a leader. But it's so much that comes with leadership, especially when you're working with other leaders, being a leader of leaders. Too much stress. I don't want it. When I'm not at work, I don't want to be thinking about work. I don't want to have to be at work thinking about who did what I gotta do, plan for tomorrow. That's not what I want. I clock out. I want to clock out. I don't want to be on the clock when I'm not on the clock. You feel me? I don't want that to be an expectation. Like my previous job, you'd always say, as a leader, as a manager, you shouldn't expect to work 40 hours a week. Baby. I don't even want to work 40, so don't tell me the expectation is to work more than 40. Scratch my name off that list. Something else that is overrated, while we're talking about my unpopular opinions, I think fortune and fame is overrated. What you think? A lot of people seem to be clout chasing these days. A lot of people want fame and notoriety and recognition. And I guess to a certain degree it's okay. But when you reach like fame, fortune status, let's just talk about fame. When everybody knows you, and then you got the paparazzi and people taking pictures of you all the time, can't have any privacy. Now you're trying to cuss people out because they want to take a picture with you and get your autograph. You know, there's perks to being famous for sure. Especially if you are an extrovert, outgoing person, and you love people and you love attention. That's just not me. So, of course, as I sit here eating pizza in front of the camera, expecting millions of people to subscribe, it can get overrated because then people think they know you. That every little fart you make, people want to write about it and talk about how it smelled, as if you don't fart and it don't smell. For instance, I was reading an article about Kandi Burruss' daughter, and this is a rumor, and I'm not spreading the rumor. I'm just sharing what people were saying, that Candy's the article said Kandi Burruss' daughter was pregnant. Okay, that's a rumor, but that hadn't been confirmed. She's not even famous. The daughter is not even really famous. Of course, people know her because of her mom. But that has become like a topic of conversation, as if, I mean, how many people get pregnant? And she's not even. So when you reach a certain status and people know who you are, you just are welcoming people into your, even though you're not actively welcoming people into your lives, just the fame and the recognition of your name welcomes people to make them think they can share and say and anything they want. That's why I say fame is overrated. To a certain degree. Everybody's always in your business when sometimes you just want to be left alone. And you think you're going out of the country to be left alone, and here goes somebody with a camera. Don't even try to do a sneak link. You think you sneaking. The next thing you know, you wake up in the morning in the tabloids. Huh? It's just certain stuff you just can't do. Well, they say all publicity is good publicity. I ain't trying to be in the news for no bad publicity, though. I know. I ain't trying to be embarrassed behind it. And here's where I think fortune is overrated. Everybody want a lot of money. I do. But we all know, well, we don't all know, but let me share. Money does not buy happiness. And that's so cliche. And people seem to be paper chasing. I like money, I need money, and I want a lot of it. I want to be able to live my life without having to struggle, without having to think when I'm going to get paid, without having to think, do I have enough money to buy this? Can I afford this? When I get to the point to where you can't, like, I don't want to be wrapped up in my job in order to have fortune. Like, some people just work, and some people love that. And I don't even know if a lot of people love that life, but when it get to a certain point to where you have now come to afford this lifestyle, and then some people may be living even beyond that lifestyle, beyond their means. So now you have to work like a dog just to keep up this fortune. And who is the fortune for? Is it really for you? I mean, yes, I'm sure if you like nice things, but when you get to a certain level, some stuff is just for show. I mean, I'm one person, and my family is not all that big, so to each his own. Everybody has a right to their own opinion. That's why this is my unpopular opinion. I'm only one person, so I don't really need a 6-bedroom house. I don't have people to come and stay with me that often. And if I had 6 bedrooms, I don't know if I want that many people coming to stay with me that often. I mean, to fill up those 6 bedrooms. Now, I do enjoy my family. I would like for my family to all be able to come. But how often is that going to happen? Now, if I was a multi-millionaire, I don't suppose I'd mind my family, all of my family staying with me. Maybe a house big enough for everybody to live. But I'm telling you, that house would be so big that everybody has their own corner, and you ain't got to bump and see me every day or all the time. Not that I don't mind seeing my family, but you need your space. But majority of the time, people who have super huge houses in a small, tiny family, no, I don't think they always have. And this is not always. This is, of course, there is exceptions, but I don't know what I would do with like a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom, or 6-bedroom, 8-bath home, 4-car garage. That's just me. Just saying. And also, when you die with all this fortune, now you're leaving it to the family to fight over. And there's so many people don't even have a lot of fortune, don't barely have a pot to piss in, and they die. Now the family is arguing over what mama left or what she didn't leave you. She told me I could have the dishes. She said I could get that necklace. They're fighting over insurance money, and you ain't never paid an insurance policy or premium in your life, but you think you ought to get some money. That happens all the time, literally. And it's just it's chaos for the family with the fortune or estate behind. But like I said, I'm not saying that fame is bad. I'm not saying that fortune is bad. I'm just saying that it can be overrated when everybody is chasing an appearance of what seems to be security and happiness. But if you don't really have happiness without the fame, because there are people, believe it or not, that are homeless, that are at more peace than people with millions. You have people with millions that'll jump off a cliff and ready to jump off a cliff tomorrow. Whole bunch of money, no happiness. Whole bunch of money, no love. Whole bunch of money, no peace of mind. So that goes a long way. So happiness, can't buy it. If you don't have it inside of you, if you don't have peace, no matter what's going on outside. Now I'm about to preach in a minute. Because that's the peace that Jesus talks about. Peace that surpasses your understanding. You could be about to get put out your house, car repoed, lights got cut off, and you have a peace that most people can't understand, because you'd be going crazy, cussing and fussing about how it's unfair and why this and why that. But when you have there is a certain level of peace where that stuff don't really matter, because I can get candles technically if I got all the electric and can't cook. There's a way. There are gas grills. There's all kind. I mean, there's a way. Of course, everybody has a different level of. There's a different level of poorness. Of course, some people poorer than others. Some people really don't have anything. But when you can have enough peace to just be thankful for what you do have, even what you have beyond the things that you can see. I've talked about temporary things versus eternal things in an early dinner conversation. The people of the world, people without faith, people without peace, people who don't know God, or people who don't know the truth. It's hard to understand that level of peace, because everything that people value are things that you can see. It's the house, it's the car, it's the jewelry, it's the stuff that makes you flashy, that other people can see and look at you and say, oh, he got all that. Oh, look at that. Look at what he got. Look at what she got. Oh, look at me. It's all about stuff that you can see. But the eternal things that you cannot see, the things that can't be burned or repoed, like love, joy, peace. I was going to say happiness, but when you're peaceful, you can be happy when you're peaceful. But just being able to endure through any circumstances. You may have it hard, but if you have endurance to be able to make it through it, that's a blessing. It's a fruit of the Spirit. I mean, all of these things are fruit of the Spirit. It's long suffering. That's what it is. Teaches you life lessons that will continue to work for you. Because contrary to popular opinion, where some people think as long as you got money, you got everything you want. What if it comes to the point to where the money is not worth? What if the job market, the economy crash, and the dollar is not worth a thing? If you're so dependent on money and riches and fame and notoriety and all the other stuff we just talked about, you're gonna be somewhere trying to shoot your brains out. Kind of like how I don't know how much it's been publicized, but during the pandemic, some people went crazy. Literally went crazy. Literally killed themselves. Just because we gotta stay in the house. And I actually did end up eating the whole pizza. Thanks for coming and sharing with me what I just ran my mouth. But I had something to say. Somebody out there know what I'm talking about. And although I don't like working, I really don't. That's not something I like to do. I am thankful that I have the job that I do have, because it's actually something that I asked for. I wanted to work from home, check. Don't want to do no manual hard labor, check. I'm good with computers, so I wanted to work on computers all day, check. Don't really like talking on the phone. I put that in there. Give me a desk and a phone job. Check. Although when I said that, I didn't realize, hey, I really don't like talking on the phone. So why did I ask for that? But lately here, I've just trained for cross-trained into a different position in accounting, although that's not my niche. But if I gotta work, hey, whatever. But I'm not on the phone talking to people as much doing that. So it's like the things that I'm asking for, the things that I really want is coming. I mean, within this realm of having to work. And working does build character. Having a hard life can build character, although that can be overrated too. You know, everybody don't have to struggle. Some things can be easy, but when you don't have it easy and you work through and find ways to maneuver through life without a silver spoon, it can build character, and I think things come like that to build character. But it also can make you bitter, so you'd have to be able to maneuver and endure, long suffer through some things. And I don't know, it feels good when you work for stuff. It feels good when you know how to do stuff. As a grown man, it feels good for me to know how to change my own tire and change my own oil, even though I may not do that all the time. But if it came to it, I can do that, other than having to depend on somebody else. You know, does that make sense? It feels good to be able to know how to cook my own food. It feels good to know how to do stuff as opposed to just being dependent. I'm just rambling on and on and on. How did I get on that? I just thought I'd share some unpopular opinions, which I wrote some down to share with you all, just to have some conversation. I wrote these like maybe a week ago. Another unpopular opinion, getting aside from all of that, that has actually changed. And it just recently changed. Not eating that crust. That's just extra. Something to make me full. All that bread and crust when I got donuts. I'd rather eat this bread than eat that bread, so. That's it for the pizza. Did pretty good. Thank you for staying with me. The last little bit of crust was hard to get down. An unpopular opinion that just changed since I wrote down the list of unpopular opinions was Popeyes is overrated. I know that's an unpopular opinion. Everybody seems to love Popeyes chicken, and I rarely have a really good experience at Popeyes. No matter what location I go to, from Georgia to Mississippi. The chicken is just okay to me. It has never been, I guess it's because I always get chicken that's been sitting, and I rarely get fresh chicken at Popeyes, no matter where I go and what time I go. Now, I did have a good experience with their ghost pepper wings because I got them really fresh. They weren't really ghost peppery, but they were kind of spicy, and I got them fresh. They were really good, and I hate that they stopped selling those. And I know this mukbang is all over the place, but just go with me. But the chicken is always, just okay. I would really rather have the KFC original recipe than to get the Popeyes chicken that I normally get. Until, like, literally last week, I finally got some Popeyes chicken that was fresh, and it was really, really, really good. And I can see, I would be able to say then, yeah, Popeyes is at the top of the game when it comes to chicken. But that was once out of a dozen visits. So I can't say Popeyes chicken. Well, I can say Popeyes chicken is overrated if it's not fresh. But anyways, this is the road to 1,000. I'm finally at that level. We're gonna try to do some fun things, try to do some different things and change it up. I've been doing a lot of reviews lately, not as much cooking. I'm gonna get back to some cooking. I'm gonna do some challenges. It is my intention to do a whole month of challenges, not every single day, but within 1 month I'll do like a lot of challenges that I wanted to do that I haven't really had an opportunity to do because of my eating style now. You know, with fasting, I'm still fasting, so I have to watch when I eat and how I eat. Not necessarily what I eat, just when I'm eating and how often that I'm eating. But I plan to do a lot of challenges that I've always wanted to do and never had a chance to do, especially because I like to collaborate with other YouTubers. I like to be able to participate. I just haven't been able to do so. So I want to try to get that in, be able to collaborate with a lot of different mukbangers and YouTubers. And if you have suggestions, please let me know. Share any suggestions that you'd like to see me do. I know there's a lot of things that some people may have suggested that I haven't got around to. Well, now I'm getting around to it. There's someone out there, a viewer, who wanted me to do Chick-fil-A spicy chicken deluxe with the salsa dressing. I haven't forgotten about that. I don't know if you're still watching me, but I am going to do that. Yeah, so if you like this video, if you haven't physically clicked on the like button, go ahead and give me a like. If you like it well enough to subscribe and wait to the next video to see if it's something you like, please subscribe. Feel free to share, comment, And I really, really, truly love you and thank every single one of you out there who have already subscribed. Those of you who converse and collaborate with me, I would say more so converse with me often. You know who you are. I don't want to start calling names because I could forget people, but there are a lot of you who, and you know who you are because we talk and we get down. You know who you are. I love you and I thank you so much for staying with me and for being with me, supporting me. All of you out there, I love you a long time. Until next time, enjoy your life, enjoy your food.